It's the Date Master, and we're back. It's November 2nd. We got about 59, 58 days left in the year. We're gonna close out strong, and we're gonna grind harder. So we're gonna talk about why women desire experiences more than relationships, and you have the evidence to support this. Also, what does love have to do with it? So when you look at the overall experience you have with the woman when you put it into a relationship uh, structure, you notice all of a sudden you have these undiscussed, unconfirmed expectations. Nothing in writing, nothing typed up, notarized, attorney, nothing official in a sense. You have all of these unspoken, unofficial expectations and obligations to a person who could very well leave you at the drop of a hat, to a person that can very well cheat on you at the drop of a hat. You would not know. You would have suspicions way after it happened. You'll have the suspicions and the evidence way after it happened, because what you what you may have in a lot of cases is the genesis of monkey branching. They first have to cheat in order to test the water. So if in the event you find out after the fact is you were you caught on, you started noticing the subtle differences, you started to study her, you started to, you know, pay a little bit more attention. But you also have to ask, at what point are you catching on to this issue? And usually it's way after the fact. And that is because once a woman cheats and it's continuous, she has pretty much started the bond process or already have bonded to another man. She's already bonded to another man, and therefore she is anticipating being caught, because she can always blame you for the reason of her infidelity. So when you look at the outcry for relationships and women saying they want partnerships, most women want what does not work. They want a supreme level alpha male with the edge of street. He has to be a comedian. They have all of these crazy expectations because of what they've consumed over the years. They took every male who they taken a liking to and combined him into one. They did the process of elimination and broke it down to the firm archetype, and they're firm on that particular type of man. They won't date or deal with anyone or any man that does not look or fit this archetype. So in these cases, these women want these experiences of these feelings of glee and excitement and lust and passion. But when you look at a relationship, the relationship requires a lot of work. So at what point would you be enjoying such passion? And at what point would it become monotonous? Would it get bland? When does it start to plateau? Okay, I've been in this place for about 2-3 years. You know, it's getting a little bland to me. And she can be thinking the same thing. You did your best shit at this point in a lot of cases. So we know women have an insatiable appetite. They have to be pleased at a higher level each and every time they do something. When they go out of town, they have to do it harder than the last. When they have sex, they have to do it harder and more passionate than the last. It has to be a little bit better. It has to be a little bit better. So when you get in these relationships, now it's a give and take to where the woman has to give. But if a woman has been bred and indoctrinated with the victim mentality. Only thing she's gonna know how to do is get what she wants. It has to be about her. So a relationship backfires. So she cries and screams for a relationship, but she's the main one leaving them to do it again, to do it again. So within each of these relationships, you notice when a woman cheats, 8 out of 10 times, the guy is going to be totally different and opposite in physical and mental in a lot of cases than the last guy she just left. He's going to look totally different. He's going to be the exact opposite because she has to get the variety. She, in her mind, the look determines the feeling and the experience that she's going to get. So each guy she dates, okay, he looks different, so he's going to give me a different experience. I'm gonna have a different sexual experience with this person because he has this body size and body type. His sex game is like XYZ. They do a compare and contrast. So they run from these relationships that they scream and demand and cry for so much because they only want the experiences. In some cases, they want the children. Okay, this will be a great man to have a child for because he's financially stable. He has the genetics. He's youthful, whatever the case may be. I feel confident that he will be a great support system for me. She wins twice. Most chicks they're looking to win the big gamble. That's why you have the OnlyFans. They're looking for the big licks, the small money that adds up. They're not looking for that. They're looking for the lick money every time. So with these different guys, they're gonna be expecting different experiences. And she's gonna put that weight on his shoulders. And if he doesn't perform, she'll remove him and go do it again. And then say, why are men not looking to marry or commit to in relationships? She desires and she wants her standards to be law. Again, you have these unspoken, undisclosed expectations, and you have to ask yourself, why am I adhering to these expectations? So you box yourself into a situation to now we have to cheat and do foul things to each other because we secretly resent being with each other versus being honest and saying, hey, this is not going to work. Let's part ways, et cetera, et cetera. They want to have the comfort and the security, and then they want to get the feeling of desire and want. But she can't get that from the person that she looks at as a trick. And that's the safe guy. You're the boyfriend. You're the one she gives the title to. You're the guy she gives the title to because with that title, you have to do this. With that title, you have to do this. So in relationships, if there's no goals attached, you start to ask, what does love have to do with? At this point, is it about love or is it about I really don't have anywhere to go, so I'm stuck? You got these stuck relationships where they just work together and they do the bare minimum to keep everything together. Versus leaving, mustering up the money and time and the resource and going through the process, they rather just do the bare minimum and stay together. So you'll have relationships that last a longer time because they don't have the funds and the resources, but they'll still be working together to keep what the broken home together. And you see a lot of children come from this. They're seeing the anguish that the mother and father has for one another. You got to ask yourself, how can a father and a mother have disdain towards each other? So if I don't love you, what am I doing here? What am I here for? But people are cowards. They're not going to be up front and say, I'm really just here for the experience. I just want to get this, and then I want to be out the door. or I just want to get this. You've seen a few examples of it with Bill Gates. I want to say Bill Gates and a few others where they, hey, we ran our course here. I'm gonna give you this. We split ways, and it's everything cool. But from what I found, women don't really want relationships because at some point the pressure's gonna fall on her to perform, the burden of performance, because she wants to be partner. She wants something that does not work. If you want to be partner, that means you have to perform at the same level, in some cases higher than what I'm performing. Because they fluctuate. They fluctuate. I may be stagnant over a few years and she may be increasing. So the burden falls on her. Now she's secretly resenting me because I'm not keeping up. So they want these experiences. They come in, okay, I know this is going to be temporary. It's temporary contract. Because they know the abundance of options are there. People are going to be waiting to pick up the trash. You'd be surprised how you see these women get passed around there with this guy, this guy, this guy. And you say, well, what's the what? But they already know they're going into a dead end situation. I call these floater relationships. You get into these floater relationships. Yeah, I'm just here because I don't have shit else going. And once I get tired of this, I'm going to have somebody else to jump on to. You floating. Draining yourself of emotions, time, money, resource. You can just stay by yourself. But yeah, these experiences, they want these sexual experiences. They want the baby. They want the home. But in a lot of cases, you see that how the trajectory goes. Each of these experiences are held with a different man. They're held with a different man. They had a baby by one guy. They get married by another guy. Leave him, whatever. Get a house with another. They doing all of the things that you would expect they would be doing with one man. They're doing it with 3 and 4 different men. Instead of just staying with one man and going through the process. But let me know what you think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Day Master.